All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this week's BlueSync episode. Today we are going to be going over Testimonial Tree, doing a little bit of a refresh. This will be good for both ASCs and agents. Going to kind of go over just the basics of Testimonial Tree again. It's been a while since we've covered it, so going to do all of that good stuff. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Great. Alrighty then, well, let's jump right in. So there's a couple different ways you can get to a testimonial tree, but one of the easiest ones is by just going through our single sign-on through Moxie. So I already have my CB desk open. I'm going to go ahead and click into the Moxie Work Square. And from here, I'm going to navigate up to the upper right-hand side where my profile picture is and click on that drop down and then go to external links. Then at the very bottom of that list is going to be our lovely testimonial tree. And it should open you up into the dashboard. I don't know why it opened up into that screen. So now we have our lovely dashboard pulling up. If you are unfamiliar with Testimonial Tree, this is, as the name suggests, a place that houses all of the testimonials that the agents receive regarding their previous transactions. So there's a couple different ways to gather these testimonials. Some of it is automated. A lot of it they can do on their own as agents. But either way, this is a really great thing to utilize if you are not already utilizing as an agent or as an ASC to encourage your agents to utilize and pay attention to so they can kind of advertise all of these great testimonials that they get. So if you are an agent, your testimonials here, your dashboard is only going to show things that you have received. So it's not going to show any other agents, obviously. If you are an ASC, it is going to pull up any offices that or agents that you have admin control over. So however many offices that may be, your numbers will probably look a little bit different than mine, but just know that you are seeing everything that you should be. If you are missing an office that you think you need to have access to, make sure you reach out so we can make sure that you have access. And as well, if you are an agent, I'm going to go over at the end kind of some basic troubleshooting things. We occasionally do have times where testimonials get kind of lost for a loss of better word to, describe it. We can't always recover testimonials. Sometimes things just get tweaked with the lovely technology that we use. So we can't always get those back. And at the end, I will show you kind of how to do some of the troubleshooting on that end. So as we get started here, the first thing I'm going to kind of go over is how to actually collect those testimonials. So I'm going to go ahead and click this green collect testimonial button down on the bottom of that left-hand navigation. And before we get into all of this, the automated part, as I mentioned at the beginning, is if you are in Michigan, Ohio, and the USVI, then you use .loop, and these are automatically sent out whenever a property or a transaction is marked as closed or sold in .loop. So once the closing has been processed and the property type is selected as closed or sold, then that triggers Testimonial Tree to automatically send out the testimonial request to that agent's clients. Now, of course, for that to work, the client does have to be in or not the testimonial tree, the .loop account for that property as a contact. So their name has to be there as well as their email. That way the testimonial tree has something to send the testimonial to. So that only works if your agents are keeping contacts in the .loop page for that property. Now, if you are in Florida, you use app files. Similar thing, you just have to check the box on the transaction sheet in app files, and that automatic request will go out as well. The request will be sent out up to 3 times, I believe it is, for a period of 2 to 3 weeks. If they do respond to that first email and give a request right there or a testimonial right there, then they will not be receiving those additional ones, obviously. After that third request goes out where they're asking for a testimonial, they won't receive any more messages and it will kind of, send the message that they obviously are not interested in giving one, which is totally fine. But we know that after, a closing, there's a lot of things happening and it's easy for things to get lost. So they do send out 3 just to make sure that if anyone does want to leave a testimonial, they do have the opportunity to do so. So that's kind of the automated side of things. As far as kind of doing things manually, there's a couple different options. So right at the very top here, you'll see that you do have the option to send directly through Testimonial Tree. So for example, if I click on this send via email button, this is going to open up a message that I am able to send out directly from Testimonial Tree. However, this will not come from your email. So if you're an agent, it won't come from, your company email. It will look like it came from Testimonial Tree, which is not always the best way. Sometimes people, especially these days, are a little bit leery of things that come from email addresses that they aren't aware of. But just know that this is an option if you did want to quickly pop in. However, one of the probably better ways is you can actually copy this link right here and it will allow you to paste it into your own email and then fire it off to those clients. So if you maybe have a past client that maybe missed that window of when they were sending out the request, but you really do want them to give you a testimonial, or maybe you spoke with them, they said, yeah, shoot me over, a link. This is a really easy way to do that. So I'm going to click here on this link just to show you guys what that looks like. As you can see, it is personalized to you as the agent. So it has my profile image here, my name. They can click whatever star rating they want to give me, write their testimonial in, enter in their name, their email if they want to, hit submit, and then that will automatically pull into the Testimonial Tree account. So like I said, that's just a really easy copy of this link. So if I right click there and I hit copy, I can then pop over to my email, enter in the person that I want to send it to, type out a little message. Paste that link here after I write some body of text. Make sure that it does stay linked. If it doesn't, you can always hit this button down here to insert the link so it remains a clickable link there for them to access. Hit send, and then they will be able to directly leave you a testimonial very quickly, very easily for them. So that's a really good way. Another option is also to add that link to your email signature. So all of us, whether you're an agent or an ASC, most of us have those email signatures set up. Same process as adding it into that email. If you want to add it into your email signature, just go into your settings and copy this in to the bottom. If you want it to appear below, kind of your standard signature, maybe you want to incorporate it into your signature, you want to work with marketing on that, you're welcome to do that as well. Something that you can do is click here, leave a testimonial. And then if I highlight that, and again, click on this insert link button, it will then allow me to paste that testimonial tree link. So then whenever someone does click on this, it will open up that testimonial tree page. So just a little helpful hint. I know a lot of people aren't aware of that function, that you can kind of leave a link over text, but it is very useful, especially in these cases. So that's another really great way to kind of incorporate that into just day to day and get those testimonials going for you without a ton of work on the agent end or as an ASC trying to kind of stay on top of making sure that those testimonials are getting collected. If you did want to share a link onto Facebook or anything like that, you can also get a shortened link here that just looks a little bit cleaner than some of the longer ones. So if you wanted to incorporate that into a Facebook post or any other kind of social media post, you do have the option to do that as well. All right, now getting into more of kind of sharing these testimonials and advertising them. We obviously love all of our great social media pages, and Testimonial Tree has a really great way to kind of make these images for you that you can post directly onto Facebook, so you don't have to have any crazy template built out by yourself if you don't want to. But these are really good, I think, good kind of templates to use to get your testimonials out. So again, we're going to click on the testimonials in that left-hand side navigation and then go to manage testimonials. And this is going to pull up all of the testimonials in your profile. So again, if you are an agent, this is only going to show your testimonials. If you're an ASC, it is going to show any agent accounts that you have access to. So I obviously have an admin account. I have a variety of agents in here, but the actions are the same no matter what your access is. I'm going to click on this green actions button all the way over to the right-hand side. And then down at the very bottom, there's a generate image option. I'm going to click on that. And after it loads, there's going to be a very nice, clean looking image over here that has the testimonial. This one happens to have the agent headshot, the name of the person that left it, who it's for. And there is a bunch of different editing that you can do. So you can pick different templates if you maybe don't like that one. Maybe you're someone who likes to switch it up, or maybe you want to kind of pick one template and stick with it for all of your testimonials. They have a variety of different options in here for you to utilize, which is great. Another thing to kind of keep an eye on that you do have the ability to change all of this kind of stuff, like the agent name, if you want to include your license number. You also have the ability to edit the actual testimonial. Now, we obviously don't want to get in too much of a habit of editing these. However, if there is some big spelling mistakes or something like that that you want to kind of fix up, you are able to do so by clicking on this testimonial and then just making the edits that you want. Again, we don't want to be dishonest, so we don't want to change things really too much. But if there is simple typos or anything like that, you do have the ability to come in here and change that as well. So that's a really great option. Like I said, once you're done here, kind of making it look the way that you want, all you have to do is click on download image. It will download to wherever your downloads go on your computer, which you can then use for any of your social media posts, or even if you want to add it into some kind of marketing material that you're working on, there's a ton of different options for what you can do with that. One thing that I forgot to point out was how you can actually add in testimonials if you have testimonials sitting in a different platform. So I'm going to quickly loop back to that. So again, I'm going to click into the testimonials on the left-hand side and then go to the second option here that says add testimonial. And again, this is really nice to utilize if you have testimonials in a different platform that you want to pull over. Maybe you want them to appear on your Moxie website or anything like that. This is a great way. Unfortunately, you do just have to kind of copy and paste. So paste the testimonial here, copy that star rating, give the name of the author of the person who wrote the testimonial. Something to be very, very, very careful of is every time that you enter in a testimonial manually, it is going to make the recording date or the date of the testimonial the current date. So you do want to make sure that you're paying attention to that. Most testimonials on any platform do have a date that they were collected on, or at least like a year. So you do want to make sure that you are kind of changing this date to reflect whatever the testimonial's original recording date was. You don't want it to look fishy if you have a whole bunch of testimonials that all came in on like one day or over the span of a week. So always remember to manipulate this date at the very bottom. Once you have that completely filled out, you just hit this save button and it will automatically add that in with all of your other testimonials. So Pretty easy. Like I said, unfortunately, you do kind of just have to do the copy and paste game, but um, other than that, it's pretty simple. And then all of your testimonials can kind of be in one place. Going to now switching gears to kind of the agent website aspect. So if you weren't aware, we do have in the Moxie website a testimonial tree page that the agents can utilize. I'm going to open that up really quick. So I'm just jumping back into my Moxie so I can open up my website and show you guys the testimonial tree page that agents can add. We're going to go into our site pages over here on the left-hand side. And I think I already have it here. Pretend that you're not seeing everything that I'm doing right now. Okay, so now that we're here at our site pages, and if we want to add in that testimonial tree page, this is going to automatically feed over all of those testimonials for us. That way, when someone does visit my website, they will see that page pulled in. All you have to do is go to this Add New button up at the very top, click on the drop-down, and there's two different testimonial page options. You want to click the testimonial tree page, not just the testimonial page. So we're going to click on testimonial tree page and then hit submit. If you do not see testimonial tree page as an option when you are clicking this dropdown, that means that it is already active somewhere in your site pages. So you may just need to turn it on, or maybe put it in a different place so you can see it better on your website. I'm going to hit submit. Now, the next thing you want to do is make sure that this email here coincides with the email that is used for testimonial tree. So you can do that by going into, if you're an ASC and you're wanting to check for a agent, you can go into, I believe it's management and then users. And then the email that you want to make sure matches that Moxie page is going to be this one here. So underneath the user details, you want to make sure that this email that appears over here also matches this one that's going to be here, because that is going to allow them to link together. You can also change the name of the page here. It's just defaulted to testimonials, and then I'm going to hit publish. And then I'm going to click visit site up in the top left-hand corner just so we can see a peek at what that looks like. I don't know where it dropped in at. I have some dummy testimonials in here that I made people give me just so I had something for training. So you can see this is what that testimonial tree page looks like. And at the top, they also have the ability to add their own testimonial if they want. So if someone is visiting the agent website, they can enter in their star rating, type their testimonial, give their name, hit submit, and then it will show up here as well for everyone else that is visiting the webpage, which is awesome. We obviously love when people visit the websites because that just makes them appear even better. So that is also a really great way to kind of utilize the testimonial tree page in the website. Now, as far as kind of the troubleshooting goes, of if you do have agents or you notice as an ASC that there is testimonials missing, the easiest way to fix that is by simply submitting a help ticket. You can either do this yourself or you can reach out to Carrier Eye and we can enter a ticket for you to get the testimonials recovered. How you do it is by clicking this question mark down in the bottom left-hand corner. You're then going to go to tickets across the bottom. Enter in the name of the person who is, you want to enter your name for the person that's filling it out, but then also the agent email. You want to make sure that this is specific to whatever person is having the issue. So you want to give a brief description. Say, I know that they have testimonials, they're all of a sudden not showing up, and they will be able to fix it on their end. Unfortunately, there isn't anything that we can directly do on ours, but they are typically pretty fast at getting these turned back on, and they are always able to recover them. Like I said, sometimes technology just doesn't play nice and things get you know, switched on and off in settings and they don't show up for whatever reason. But it is pretty easy to get them recovered. So that is kind of the process for doing that. So that is all that I really have for today. Does anyone have any questions? I'll wait a moment, see if anything comes in the chat, or you're welcome to unmute. All right. Not seeing anything or hearing anyone. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that this was beneficial, and the recording will be up on the video classroom later today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.